Thursday. I just got out of kickboxing. I managed to injure myself. I'm not very happy about it. I don't actually know if I've ever told this story. I broke my ankle a few years back in a tragic drinking accident. It was Halloween. I had too much to drink. I went to a party with an open bar. I was wearing hooker heels. I rolled my ankle while carrying a bag of McDonald's, and in slow motion chicken nuggets flew fucking everywhere. And I snapped a tendon. Well, I didn't snap a tendon. So a tendon popped loose of my bone and took some bone fragments with it. And I was pretty incapacitated for a number of weeks. I walked around on it with it broken and me not being able to lift my foot up for a couple of days before I went into urgent care and got it fixed. Because I have the really bad migraines and they've skewed my pain perception. So I didn't think I possibly could have broken it because it didn't hurt enough for it to be broken. So I aggravated that a little bit today. We were doing side kicks and I mislanded a left side kick pretty badly. And my ankle popped and feels weird now, and I'm hoping it was like a momentary thing that I can just not kick anything tomorrow and it'll kind of heal itself, but we shall see. I also realized that when I went to the gym yesterday, I didn't actually talk through what I did in CrossFit, which I had previously been doing. I came in late, so I had to do my own warm-up, so I ran for 5 minutes and then started in on what they were doing. And they were doing plate exercises, where you would grab a plate from one of the barbells and do squats above your head for 30 seconds. And then you would do jumping jacks, shoving it out in front of you for 30 seconds. And then you do lunges where you twist towards the leg that you're lunging on for 30 seconds on both sides. And then jumping jacks with the weight above your head for 30 seconds. And then 10 plate burpees, which I can't even do a regular burpees. There's no fucking way I was gonna do that. I managed to get like 4 or 5 of them out. And we did that a couple of times, that circuit, and then we did another one where it was sprinting for a minute and then box jumping and jumping up on the box, jumping back down from the box into a burpee. I can't box jump. I'm scared to try to jump that high. I need to get over it, but I'm not there yet. So I was stepping up and then stepping back down and then doing an incredibly slow half-assed burpee for that. And then after that, you went to an area where you were throwing weighted balls back and forth. You had a partner for that. You sat in a lunge and threw it back and forth, which was surprisingly a lot of fun. There was definitely one time that I fell over because you really have to brace your core when you're catching the ball or the ball just takes you with it. And then we were doing weighted bar sit-ups where you would sit all the way up and then raise the bar above your head and then go back down and then lift your legs up. So like you're lifting your legs up and then lifting up a little bit more so your butt comes off the ground. So we did that, and then after that we were doing kettlebell swings, but with one arm, where you switch arms at the peak of the swing, and did a few circuits of that. And then I actually, since I was late, I got to stay for stretching that day, and their stretching is actually kind of sad because I've never seen those people stretch, and there were some people who were like really fucking strong and just kill the workout, and then they get to the stretching and they have no flexibility at all, and that makes me feel good because I'm not incredibly flexible, but in some ways I'm decently flexible from all the like yoga and ballet that I've done. So I don't feel like I fail as much if there's something I can do better than somebody else, even if it's only one thing. So yep, that's today. I'm up a little bit. I think it is probably water, and I think that because I ate basically the same thing that I did the day before, except I had pad thai instead of what I had the day before, which was a cupcake and a couple of Parmesan crisps. So I don't think it's necessarily that I didn't eat as healthy. I mean, pad thai is not amazing, but pad thai at least has protein in it. It's not a goddamn cupcake for dinner. No, I think, one, it was a huge serving, and I only ate half of it, but it's pad thai, so I think that it has a fair amount of sodium in it with all the fish sauce and whatnot. So I'm hoping that's what it is, and today I'm planning on not eating out, so we'll see if tomorrow my weight falls back down a little bit. Yay! So I wanted to go try the ice cream place that just opened up near my house, and I decided that I would walk my dogs there. So I'm not just getting ice cream, I'm also getting a little bit of exercise. And my husband's currently inside getting the ice cream, and someone else brought a dog by, and my dogs flipped the fuck out. So now I am walking my dogs more to hopefully exhaust them a little bit so I can sit in peace and eat my ice cream. I don't have a lot of hope that this is going to be something that happens, though. Tuesday, I made it to kickboxing. The class is continuing to be a little bit bigger than usual, so I guess that's at this point the new size of this class. I did pretty well. I ended up having to leave after, about 40 minutes like I usually do. It started raining while I was in there, and I'm like extra sweaty now because it's so humid. I think I did pretty well. One of my wrists started bothering me a little bit, so I definitely didn't feel bad about cutting it a little bit short today. Also, my ankle seems to be mostly better from last week, so that's good. I also got told that I'm learning by the teacher, which always feels good. So overall, it was a pretty pleasant experience. Yeah. about to have to pull my hair up to go to the gym, but look how fucking crazy it is right now. What you can hear in the background is my dog losing his mind because I just washed him because he smelled like dirty socks and armpits. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It's Wednesday. Yes, it is Wednesday. It's hard for me to keep track because the last couple of weeks have just been a garbage fire. So I went to the personal trainer today, and I don't know why I'm repeating this because I'm 100% about to just cut this into a video. I've already announced that it's Wednesday for. I think I did pretty good. Don't you dare. My dog is now trying to jump up here and he's still so wet. Yeah, so I think I did pretty good. I'm doing a more variety of exercises now than I was previously. And I think that I'm performing better. I'm definitely able to use weights on machines that I previously wasn't able to use weights on, so that's good. Yeah, I am very sore this week though. I started off my personal training session with the muscle between my shoulder blades being kind of sore, and at this point that's still sore. I think it's called like the rhomboid or something like that. My lats are sore as well, as are my delts. I used to know every single muscle in the entire body from doing life drawing classes in art school, and I cannot for the life of me remember right now. I do know that my traps are also a smidge sore, and it's still the day of, so I'm anticipating being relatively sore tomorrow, which is fantastic because it's kickboxing. And I'm not going to miss it because god damn it, kickboxing is my favorite. So, I'm now shifting all the parts of my body to see if I'm sore anywhere else. My lower back is a smidge sore, but it's not too bad. It's mostly my shoulders and back that are sore right now. I just soaked in an Epsom salt bath for a bit, so I'm hoping that will help. And also, I started taking a... God, there's no way that I can talk about this without sounding like the douchiest dude bro. I learned a few days ago that leucine, which is one of the branched chain amino acids that people supplement when they're trying to gain muscle, actually helps with insulin resistance, and I am mildly insulin resistant because I have PCOS. So I decided maybe I should start supplementing that and see if I can lower the amount of medicine that I'm taking, because I'm currently taking metformin twice a day, and it would be cool if I could get it down to once a day. One of the journals I read said that it increased the effectiveness of metformin by about 66%, which means that I would probably be able to drop down to 1 pill a day instead of 2. Which would be great. So I started looking into supplements I could potentially take because I have been steadily losing fat and gaining muscle at about the same rate, and I am a little bit concerned that eating at a pretty consistent calorie deficit is affecting my muscle building, and ultimately what I want to do is, Winston, get down! Fucking dog. Ultimately, what I want to do is get stronger, and to be able to get stronger, I need to build muscle. I'm thinking that taking a supplement that is known to not only feed my muscles, but also decrease the body's metabolism of muscle is helpful. So I ended up getting a muscle supplement from GNC, which one, have never been to a GNC in my life because it's just super dude broy, and two, oh god, I ended up getting into a fight with the cashier at GNC, and I understand what she was trying to tell me. I asked her once I got there which of the two flavors I was looking at of this particular supplement that I decided that I wanted to take because it had everything I wanted in it. It had the BCAAs, it had beta alanine, and it had something else. That's not really helpful, is it? It had basically everything I wanted, but it also had some like weird mushroom extract something or other, which I don't really fucking know about. But I was asking her which flavor was better, and she was like, "Oh, I don't like that supplement." And I was like, "Cool, have you tasted it? Because I don't really want your opinion on what supplements you like." Well, I didn't say that last part, but I definitely thought it. And she was like, "Oh, they're buy one get one half off, just buy both and try them," which is what I ended up doing. I also ended up getting more of the Vega 1 protein powder in chocolate because I had run out, and they've changed the formula and it tastes terrible now. Ugh. Anyway, I was talking to her and she was like, "Well, what do you want to take it for?" And I told her about leucine, and I also mentioned that I wanted to support my muscles because I'm trying to lose weight and I don't want to lose weight and lose muscle at the same time. And she was like, "Well, why do you think you are going to lose muscle while you're losing weight?" And I was like, "Well, your body has to be in a catabolic state to lose fat and an anabolic state to lose muscle." And she was like, "That's just some bullshit that personal trainers tell you. That's not true at all." And I was like, "Fine, I don't agree with you at all, but fine." And she then started telling me that what I was picking up wasn't at all what I needed. What I needed was CLAs. And I was like, "I've researched it, and what I want to have happen isn't necessarily CLAs, because I'm not primarily doing this to supplement for fat loss, because that's stupid. I am primarily doing this to support the insulin resistance, and anything else I get from it is a happy side effect. I don't necessarily think it's stupid to supplement for fat loss, but it's not what I want to do, because most fat loss supplements are going to be loaded with caffeine and shit like that, and I don't consume a lot of caffeine because I have migraines and caffeine is a trigger." So I ended up getting out of there, and I am now taking that supplement, which is surprisingly tasty. It comes in a citrus passion fruit flavor, which I am all about. Passion fruit is one of my favorites, and the other one's like a tropical punch thing. So I've been taking those, which is interesting. I did read the warnings that beta alanine makes your skin tingle, and it totally does. It's very strange, especially since I'm dealing with nerve problems in my hands that manifest in numbness and tingling. So my hands will start tingling in places that I previously hadn't felt them. It's very strange. I can't, I've literally been taking it for 2 days, so I can't report on whether it's working or not. But I am curious to see whether it helps with the muscle gain or the insulin resistance. Either one I'd be happy with. And today I had a pre-workout that I got at one of the runs that I went to. They were giving them out for free, and so I took it knowing that it was loaded with caffeine, which was a mistake. Like, my personal training appointment was in the latter part of the day, so I ended up taking a fuck ton of caffeine at like 3:30. So I'm probably not going to sleep tonight. My head already hurt. It hurts more now. This arm situation. Jesus. I'm due for another round of migraine shots, which I'm really excited to get because I have not had them in 3 months. I get them every 3 months, and my husband's not currently here, and he's the one who gives me migraine shots because they go in my stomach, and I'm terrified of needles. And so I have not been firing on all cylinders the last 2 weeks because I've been having migraines off and on. I went off on a tangent there. So I took this pre-workout, and holy shit, I do not need pre-workouts. I do not need that amount of caffeine. The amount of beta alanine in it was just like super tingly in my hands, and I now later in the day feel vaguely sick, and I don't know if it's because of that or what exactly. Uh, I came home and ate a couple of eggs for dinner, and it just stomach is unhappy, and I can usually eat eggs and I'm just fine. So I think that's the only thing that I changed today, so I don't think I need a pre-workout at all. I don't need to be that fucking pumped. So that's where I am right now. It's been a while since I've had a lay on the bed and talk at you time. I'm down from where I was. I'm almost at my lowest weight again. My weight is definitely fluctuating a fair amount. I just really want to get under 200. I'm at like a little under 203 right now, and I've been hovering around 203, 204, 205 for a number of weeks now. It would be nice to get below that. We shall see. Another week of results.